Hello, so it looks like we've been joined by Pips. This is lovely Pips. Can you see Pips? Matt? So Matty is the guy behind the camera at the moment. So yeah, Pips is our senior trading consultant, and yeah, she's lovely. Anyway, right now we're going to be talking about mining. So when you hear of things like Bitcoin and all sorts of other different cryptos, you may have also heard about mining. And mining is a bit weird because when I first got into cryptos, I was like, what? How can a digital currency be mined? And well, guess what? It is. So because as I said, cryptos are governed by the cryptographic algorithms that govern it. One of the things let's look at Bitcoin, for example. One of the features of it is that Bitcoin can only be mined. So it's not just out there and 21 million Bitcoin have just been spread out to everyone. You actually have to go mine Bitcoin. So just like gold. And so it's sort of predetermined scarcity, which has been built into the crypto itself. And mining still is a weird concept because what you have to do is basically, I mean, in the old days from 2009, 2010, etc., you could actually mine Bitcoin from your laptop. So basically you get your computer to do all of these complicated cryptographic puzzles, so to speak. And if it wins, you win some Bitcoin. Now that's really, really basic. So let's look at it in a little bit more detail. So sticking with the Bitcoin network for the moment. So when Bitcoin started, the block reward was 50 Bitcoin, okay? So what happens is that as people are transacting with Bitcoin and moving stuff around, etc., on the ledger, the public ledger, as in the Bitcoin ledger, i.e. blockchain, the transactions would all pile in and they would be in a block, let's say, okay? And the block time in Bitcoin is 10 minutes. So every 10 minutes, there'll be a new block. Now, what happens is that all those transactions in there need to be validated and verified, etc., and i.e. processed. And one way to process them is by helping mine the crypto, mine the blockchain, mine. Oh my God, I'm saying mine loads. Mine Bitcoin. Let's start again. Pips put me off. And so what happens is, let's say there are, I don't know, we've got a table here. Let's say there are 5 people at the table, okay? They've all got their laptops, and let's say I am the Bitcoin network. Now, what happens is they all connect their laptops to the Bitcoin network, and they're going to try and mine a block. So every 10 minutes, a new block is mined, and then 50 Bitcoin is rewarded to whoever mined that block. Now let's have a look at how you win that block. So what I effectively do is I go, right, everyone, I am thinking of a number between 1 and 10,000. You got 10 minutes, go. And basically their computers, or they would try and guess what number I'm thinking of. And yeah, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, etc. And then whoever gets the answer wins the block. Great, and then they get 50 Bitcoin as a reward. Now, let's say in the event that, I don't know, 2 people, or even all of them, gets the same answer within the 10-minute period, we then have a stalemate. So what then happens is the reward, the Bitcoin, is then given to whoever's done the most work. And what this means is whoever's done the most work is basically whoever's had the most amount of guesses. So let's say Bob over here had 1 lucky guess and got the number, but can't think of a lady's name, Cassandra, the well-known name, just basically went through the whole spectrum of numbers and guessed 10,000 different numbers, let's say, or a bit below that. And she did the most work. So she would then win the block. And let's say Dave, who's sat here, After a while, I was like, screw this, I'm going out to get a far better computer, like a bigger, faster computer. So he comes back with his computer, and all of a sudden, he's winning left, right, and center because his computer can guess more numbers faster than everyone else, and he keeps winning the blocks. So what that then triggers is a hardware arms race, so to speak, because he's now winning all the blocks and all the 50 Bitcoin every 10 minutes. Everyone else is pissed off, so they then go and upgrade their computers, etc. And that's what's been going on over the last 9 years, and to the point where a mining rig is so precise and geared up just towards mining that the GPUs, the computers, can only do one thing. It simply just guesses. It just does as many guesses as possible. You can't do anything else with these computers. But the thing is, there's a difficulty bomb within the Bitcoin network. So what happens is, if Dave comes back with a massive computer, the network will go, right, the hash rate has gone up. The hash rate is basically the amount of guesses in the network. And mining is far too easy. So what happens is the difficulty rate shoots up. So now I go, right, everyone, you have 10 minutes, and I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10 billion. Go. And so all of a sudden, it's a lot harder. And the higher the hash rate goes up, the harder the difficulty. So now we basically have supercomputers playing with this guessing game. So that's what mining is. But here's the thing. Every 4 years with Bitcoin, the block reward halves. So it started off as 50 Bitcoin. 4 years later, it went down to 25. And right now, as I speak here, Q1 2018, it's 12.5 Bitcoin per block. And the halving won't happen until 2020. So if you're unsure, I think off the top of my head, it's May 2020. If you're ever unsure, just go to Google and go Bitcoin halving. And at the top, you'll normally see like a countdown. So there's 830 days. So the 2nd of June, 2020 at 2 minutes and 47 seconds past 1 o'clock in the morning. So it'll be going down from 12.5 Bitcoin down to 6.25 Bitcoin. So yeah, there's going to be a bit of a nightmare in the mining world moving forward. So yeah, that's basically what mining is in a nutshell. And in the next video, we will talk about proof of work versus proof of stake.